Right, welcome to day 2 of our trip to Cornwall. If you haven't seen day 1, I'll pop a link up here somewhere at the end of the video. Go and check that out. We've just come back from Persia Cove, is it? I think it was. So we're just literally caked. I don't know if you can see whether the GoPro is picking it up or the thing's picking it up. Caked, a 2-mile walk. Now we're just off to Godrevy to get the sunset. Sorry, I'm just stopping to exercise on my watch. To get the sunset shot at Godrevy. So we're going to just stop off and get something to eat quickly. So we've been down here, left at 5 o'clock this morning. Got down here at 7 for the sunrise. Did the sunrise, and we've just come here to kill some time. There's a little cove. It's got a little bath in it. Gary shares that footage with me, and I'll put it up. I'll put some footage up of the cove. It's sort of like a little opening you've got to go through, climb up on a rock, and there's a cove in there that's got like a little bath type thing from somebody. I don't know who it was, but somebody rich, Lord somebody. Yeah, down on the Cornish coast, so go and check that out. It's a bit hard to find, but yeah, it's interesting to look at. So yeah, we're just going to head to McDonald's and get some grub, and then we're going to go on to Godrevy, and that's where we're starting our video to. So, see you in a sec.
So if you do visit this location, you'd have to be aware that there is quite a steep climb up a rock to get to this location. That's why I sat outside and waited for Gary to go in and check it out, because it was just too slippery. The water obviously is running down the rocks and the moss and making it very slippery, and I just didn't want to risk climbing up there. So I just let Gary do it, because he's a lot younger and more nimble than me. As you can see, there's not really a lot of photo opportunities in there. It's a very small enclosed place. And here I am, sitting, waiting patiently on the rock outside. Thanks, Gary. Then we head up to North Cornwall to photograph Godrevy, and the journey we took. It took us about half an hour to get from one side of Cornwall to the other, so it wasn't too bad of a drive. I think it's about 20 odd minutes to McDonald's. We stopped at McDonald's for a bit, and then it was about 10 odd minutes to Godrevy from McDonald's. So here we are, just walking along the southwest coastal path to finish, or to actually start the video again.
Welcome to another video, and welcome to Godrevy. We are in Cornwall. So if you saw my last video, I popped to Cornwall with Gary to get some shots of Godrevy and St Michael's Mount, and St Michael's Mount video would have went up last week. So we're at Godrevy, hopefully going to get some nice images. Sunset's in about an hour and a half. Yeah, it's very busy. Car park's packed. Literally drove around looking for a space, and we're on, like, you know, middle of winter. So crazy. If you come down here, make sure you get here with plenty of time to park. So we might be a little bit of a rush to get to where we're going, but yeah, let's have a look. I think this is the classic shot just here, I think, so let's see what we can see. Alright, so we've scouted out all the compositions all the way down from the car park, all the way down this side of the cliff. Sun's nearly setting, so we've kind of run out of time on this one. But we just set up a shot here, and we've been so rushing to get this done that I've not thought about even making a video. So I'm doing a 5-minute exposure at the moment on F11, and I'm getting some of this rocks in here. I'm sat down because I'm waiting 5 minutes for that thing, and then I just suddenly realised that I haven't even half done any of the video stuff, so I'm just doing it now. We're losing that sunlight. We're going to lose that any second, I think. Not sure that anything else is going to come of that today, sadly. So yeah, I'll pop, because we did stop 2 or 3 points down here just to take a photo, get a composition, because what the plan was, so we were going to come down, take a few photos all the way down through this to the point where the lighthouse is, because we've never been here before, so I don't know what compositions work best, and then pick the best one and then go back to that for the sunset. But we kind of ran out of time, because I didn't realise how long it was actually, you know, how far away the walk is.
So it was a little difficult to do vlogging here anyway, if I'd have remembered to actually start vlogging, because there was so many people here. So I'm sure it would have been a little bit difficult. I suppose I did have Gary there, so I could have got him to sit with the camera whilst I did some B-roll, but because both of us were there, I wanted both of us in the B-roll. So, you know, I think I might go back another day. Well, actually, I will go back another day and get some decent images and do a decent vlog there. But for now, this is where we went. We come from the car park up the Southwest Coastal Path just to this location where you can actually see the lighthouse in the distance. So we just perched ourselves just on the edge of this rock here and took this shot, which I think was quite nice. I think it turned out quite nice, but it would have been nice if it had been high tide. Would have got a better shot, but as it stands, it was alright for what it was. And the same shot, but in portrait mode, just to see what the difference was. Then we head further up the Southwest Coastal Path, and every so often, a few hundred yards or so, we'd stop and just try and get another image, just to see what the difference in compositions looked like as you got closer to the lighthouse. And I think, personally, I didn't like the images as we got closer to the lighthouse, because I feel like you lost a lot of that foreground interest in the rocks. So here's an image of the same composition, similar composition, but just a few less rocks in the scene. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think as you get closer it looks better, or do you think the further away shot is the best shot? So here you actually see the boardwalk. There was a lady walking her dog, and I just grabbed an image of that. I have AI'd out some of the people that was in the image, but yeah, I thought it made a quite nice leading line. And then we just moved further up the coastal path and took a few more images along this little stretch. All three of these are from different locations along that little stretch there. And I took this final image with the grass in the front, free focus points, one on the lighthouse, one on the grass, one on the mid-ground, and then stacked them in post. And then we move further up to the actual final spot where we take our last 3 photos. And this was quite a trek getting up here. With, like I say, you can see all these people on the path here in this on the Google Maps. There's probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 times more people than that, just up and down. So there was quite a lot of people there. So yeah, we head up to this point, not right to the very point of this. There's a viewing point right at the top, but we head about 3/4 of the way up, and we stopped here on the rocks just to get a few compositions and some longer exposures. So if we just look to the left here, this is where we were perched up. I can't get the actual view down here, but here, just on the edge of the cliff here, and this is the view from that point. I got one with the cropped quite close with on the right hand side, and then one further apart. I think this one works better, this composition works better, and here's one at Blue Owl. This was a 15-minute exposure.
I think personally the one that we took right at the start, all the way down there, is probably the best compositionally. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll pop all the images we took from along the route up. Let me know which one you think compositionally looks the best. Yeah, so I'm just going to pop those images up. Let me know in the comments what you think of this composition, which one you reckon is the best one. And yeah, it just leaves me to say thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.